Today, there are about 2 billion tourist arrivals around the world every year, and that's a number that's growing at 6%. And business travel is increasing at an even greater rate. Meanwhile, the number of train passengers and cruise ship passengers is also increasing. There's no doubt that the travel market is very bullish. But the type of leisure travel people want has been changing in recent decades. No longer do tourists just want a cheap flight, a city break, or a sun lounger beside a pool. Leisure travel is now more about rejuvenation, adventure, fulfillment, learning new skills, of being more of who you are. The rise of accommodation apps underlines this new trend in the culture of tourism. When travellers stay in an apartment offered by Airbnb or One Fine Stay, they are probably staying in someone's home. As a result, travellers feel a closer connection to the culture of the destination being visited. The travel experience is enriched. A traveller may now choose to stay in a tree house, on a boat, in an historic building, in a monastery, or even in a deconstructed hotel. Accommodation apps have suddenly turned every type of residence into a potential hotel room. By 2030, the word tourism will probably have been replaced by a phrase such as experience travel. Over the next 20 years, the traveller experience is going to become richer, faster and easier. Even although airports will be more crowded, check-in will be faster. You'll find that security will be easier. And unless you really want to, you won't even have to carry your luggage with you. At the airport, cruise terminal or international rail station, your face will be your passport and your boarding card. Security scanners of the future will not require you to remove any items of clothing. And AI software assistants will guide you through the airport, terminal or station, only saying goodbye when you're safely in your seat. And if carrying luggage spoils your travel experience, app-based services will collect your bags the day before you travel and deliver them directly to your destination. Today, much travel is environmentally damaging. When you fly across the Atlantic, the amount of greenhouse gases emitted per person is the same amount as is emitted when you heat a European house for a whole year. But things are going to improve over the next 2 decades. The short-haul routes will have electric aircraft. We'll also have hybrid trains and trains which run on hydrogen. And even cruise ships are going green. EasyJet is working with a Los Angeles-based company, Wright Electric, to develop a wholly new all-electric jet by 2027. The new aircraft will carry around 150 passengers over a range of 540 kilometres. But EasyJet says that could be sufficient to serve 1/5 of its current route network. Boeing is taking a different approach to electric flight and has entered a partnership with a startup company, Zunum Aero, to produce a small hybrid electric kerosene plane with a range of 700 miles. This project is also backed by Qatar Airlines and JetBlue. And Israel's Aviation is building an all-electric commuter plane that it says will fly routes of up to 650 miles by 2021. Meanwhile, intercontinental trains will be running on computer-managed rail networks and be powered by hybrid, electric and hydrogen locomotives. And at sea, a new fleet of cruise liners is being built which are powered by liquid natural gas, the fossil fuel with the very lowest greenhouse gas emissions. The first such liner, the Ada Nova, has been sailing since 2018. But there's a problem with this massive growth in travel. Too many people want to visit the same sites at the same time. And this has led to a problem called overtourism. And in fact, it's such a serious issue that travel is in danger of becoming unsustainable. Venice has become so overpacked with visitors that the city has erected pedestrian gates at the main entrances and now controls entry to the city by ticket. In Amsterdam, residents are fed up with stag parties who are unused to mixing alcohol and cannabis. And anti-tourism protesters recently attacked tourist buses in Valencia, Palma and Barcelona. The Philippines has banned tourists from the popular island of Boracay for 6 months because too many visitors and too few sewers had made it a cesspool. The Thai government recently restricted overnight stays on the Similan Islands, and if you want to visit Machu Picchu in Peru, you'll have to apply in advance, and only 500 people per day are now allowed in. Travel is a wonderful thing. Little else promotes liberalism and multicultural understanding as much as seeing different parts of the world and meeting different peoples. As they say, travel really does broaden the mind. But as we travel more and more, it's very important that we do so in a way that is sustainable, with respect for the environment and the places we're visiting. Otherwise, this growth will be unsustainable.